Isn't this amazing? I'm going to take you through this HornBurg creation by Pepsi Drinker and uploaded by Seherim. It's a great little mod world that someone's actually put together, and you can go and make this base your own if you've got another couple mods installed. Of course, much like a lot of these builds, you do need something like Forever Build, which is a mod that keeps all the structural integrity in place. Otherwise, you would definitely need a lot more supports if you're trying to build this with the full in-game mechanics as they are. Hello! By the way, my name is Jade, welcome to another mod showcase, and yeah, we're taking another dive into a Lord of the Rings themed one today. So yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. The idea that someone's going around building all this, and whether or not they're using mods or not, I still think it's a fantastic build. I'm sure we've seen this all in other games like Minecraft and maybe variations in Ark or even Conan, but there's something really cool about the lighting and the atmosphere of Valheim that really makes these builds come alive even more. Now, I have been showcasing a few other mods, and some of them rely with the performance on your system being pretty hefty and beefy. In fact, I've actually discovered it's nothing really to do with the size of the build, it's about how many enemies or how many mobs you have. So if you are going to do something like this, whether or not you're going to make your own adventure map or a creative build or a challenge map, do be careful of adding too many spawners or creatures in the game. These are the things that seem to be going a bit mad. I tried my best to do some sort of little cinematic with the goblins maybe attacking Helms deep, and bearing in mind I have spawned in probably over 30 maybe 40 creatures here in different spaces or patches, and yeah, it really does tank the frame rate. So just an FYI, if you're making creations like this, be careful of that. Don't expect everyone to have super high-end PCs to run this, as Valheim doesn't actually run that badly. Like, even with some big creations, as we saw before I did the creatures, this map does run really well. So yeah, it is a map. It's not something like I showed you with the Barad-dûr Tower, or the Mordor Tower as I incorrectly called it, as you guys pointed out. This one you are not going to be able to just place anywhere you want. You're going to have to actually just load up this map itself. But I'm going to show you how to do all that at the end of the video as well, so you can go and explore it for yourself or use it as an event map. You could still maybe have some fun with this, inviting some teammates, maybe doing it like a team deathmatch style thing. Everything you're seeing here comes with the map. I've not added any other decorations or any other chests or anything like that. It's all here, so it's already made. An amazing build. I still think it's amazing that someone's built this already so quickly, and definitely it's going to give me some inspiration. I wonder though what it would look like if you did have to make it legit with all the actual supporting mechanics that Valheim normally has for builds. So when you do spawn on this map, you're going to have to go directly north from the island that you're on until you get to the biggest islands just after this one. This one's actually pretty cool. I like the fact it's a huge sort of lake in the middle, but directly north is where you'll find it alongside that mountain range. So you could still use this as a legitimate world if you wanted to go and take on all the bosses and actually play the game, but just have this castle as something that you could work towards, getting towards as your home. Now, I do love Lord of the Rings. I'm not a super nerd that soaks up every single correct name, so forgive me if I get anything slightly wrong, but I do love this aspect of it. It does remind me so much of the movie Toss Me, I'm a Dwarf, etc. And the big bad huge massive orcs coming towards the walls. One of the best scenes in The Two Towers. In fact, it's probably one of the best scenes in the whole movie. We've even got the little doorway where Aragorn does throw Gimli across, and yeah, he utters them famous words. If anyone does want to point out that, oh, it's based on the book version, not the movie version, you go ahead, you do you. Now, there's some parts that aren't accessible, like they've kind of just built it in to make it look like it's more deeper rooms and stuff like that, and it's actually just mountainside. So you could even hollow some of that out, maybe. Just bearing in mind that at the moment you don't have any tunnel abilities in Valheim, and that's something I hope they add. But it's really cool. I just like the fact it's just so good looking. It just really does remind me of the HornBurg. It's such a great recreation. You've got the outside wall defences where the elves are defending against the orcs. I think this is where they start counting up how many orcs they've killed, Gimli and Legolas. And yeah, I'm going to go down to see the sort of under sewer system where the bomb goes off from that orc, or the magical sort of sphere. Now, there is actually another little building just adjacent to it, a nice little hunter's lodge. Maybe if the castle's looking a bit too OP for you, you can come here instead and have this as your small little mini base. I think this place would be great to take it on and start building a whole village within this grounds. Build your blacksmith, build a tavern, you know the kind of idea, just have it all enclosed in one area. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, for some reason, some places are blocked off. I guess they just didn't really want to have to do the interior. So you could probably redesign some of that stuff. As long as you've got the Forever Build mod enabled, you should be able to do quite a lot of creative building here without having to worry about supports. And then we've got the huge actual tower itself. I'm guessing that is the HornBurg tower. I could be wrong on that. It has got stairs going up. It looks all good. But when you get about halfway up, the actual steps start missing out one. So it looks like something didn't go right. You'll have to fix it up a little bit if you want to get all the way to the top. And once you're at the top, it's just a nice little cylinder space. Loads of lovely light coming through. I love the architecture of this stuff. It does really make me want to start building myself. And then back down round, you can see overseeing everything going on. Like I said, it would be cool if you could make this like goblins coming at you and stuff, organising events. So yeah, I'm going to refine that, see if there's a way to get a right balance between frame rates and having enough enemies to make it an actual challenge. This doorway is the only one that opens, the other two are kind of fake, but it's a nice little hall. Again, you can maybe do an extra bit if you wanted to, maybe build some stairways going down and have extra rooms all underneath it. Okay, so that's pretty much the tour over. Now how to install it. I have shown a video showing how to put mods in, but this one might need a little bit of extra work, so it's probably worth paying attention. And hopefully you might have skipped it if you saw the timestamps, if you didn't actually just want to see me waffle on about the build. As always, make sure you go to the Nexus mod page. There might be others, but this is where I'm getting the most that I find. Type in the HornBurg and that'll take you through the next steps of what other mods you might need for it too. So you are going to need the Forever build, and you probably will need two of the mod loaders as well, either Bepin X or the InSlim VML, and there's two different files that you can use. I have both of them working together now, so I would suggest do that as they're the two main mod loaders. Lots of mods are compatible with both now. Bepin X is the main one that I find. It's got all the mods that most people have this loaded up with. So make sure you download that pack, and then obviously make sure you also download the InSlim VML pack too. So go ahead and save it to just a folder. I've called mine VALHEIM mods, and I'll put everything in here, and then you've got to extract it afterwards. Again, I do the same thing. I extract it all in that same folder, and I just look for the version that doesn't have a zip on it when I want to move it or copy it over to somewhere else, but you may want to set up your own folder. Once you've got it open in a folder, go ahead and click on InSlim and then copy and paste all 4 of these features or anything else that's in there. You now need to go to the actual VALHEIM game, and you'll find that normally in your Steam library. I've got it in my Steam apps, Common, VALHEIM, and then just going to copy and paste it in this direct spot. It should replace a bunch of files. Don't worry if you've got Bepin X already installed, it won't overwrite anything needed for that as well. And like I said, do the same thing with the Bepin X mod. Click it, extract it, go ahead and copy and paste it all in this area too. Previously, both these mods clashed together, and that's why a lot of them didn't work if you had both of them installed at the same time, but now they have made it compatible with each other. So that's just to get the mod loaders in. Now we've got to go ahead and download the actual Forever build part of it. Same thing as before, go ahead and manually download it. It'll tell you what ones you need, and then you can go ahead and extract it and put it in the right spot. So you can see I've got mine here again. I'm going to save it in my VALHEIM mods folder. Once I've extracted it, go ahead and copy and paste both of these. And then if you're only using the InSlim, then you might need to put it in the mods folder here. So you can see there, VALHEIM InSlim mods, and then just go ahead and paste it. If you're using the Bepin X, then the same thing, go into the Bepin X folder, go to plugins though, and paste it in the plugins folder. Just to be safe, I did it for both of them, just in case there was any problems. So you might want to copy and do exactly what I did. And then finally, the actual map itself. Like I said, you can't actually just creatively place this anywhere you want, like I showed you with the Barad-dûr Tower. Hopefully maybe someone might be able to do that. Maybe it's just too much work to copy and paste it all, or maybe the actual creator's going to do that in the future. But go ahead and download it, do the same thing, extract it again. Though this time it gave me a zip rare file, and it was trying to get me to buy an app. You don't have to buy the app, just ignore it. Go ahead and copy or highlight both of these. Ignore anything that says about buying it. Just put your pin in or whatever it needs to do to get past it. Make sure you don't subscribe to this. It's only a rare folder, but you don't need it. I've used one of these before, but yeah, honestly, you don't need it. Go ahead, highlight and extract both of them, and then find a folder for it to put in. Again, I'm putting it in the VALHEIM mods. In fact, I'm going to put it in the HornBurg. And when you select folder, it will go back and try and get you to buy it again. Again, ignore this. Just close it all. That's the first time it's ever done that to me. Actually, I've downloaded about 30 mods and I've never had it take me to one of them apps to try and buy it. So just ignore that. When you do get the folder open, you need to go into it and copy the Valhalla and Valhalla.fwl files. And we need to go and paste this in the games directory. So you can normally do this without needing a bunch of these mods, but if you want to keep the build integrity so it doesn't all just collapse, that's why you need to use the forever mod. So this one's a bit of a different location. You're going to need to go into your users, so you can see mine's in my file, my name, then you're going to go app data, then you're going to go local flow, then you're going to find IronGate, which is the game maker. So it's not underneath Valheim, it's IronGate. Click on that box there, click on Valheim, and then you should have worlds, and then all you got to do is paste it in here. And that is it. That's how you get this amazing creation and a world to go and explore and maybe do events with. I'm trying to see if I can get this working on a server. I will come up with a video very soon to see if there's an easier way to install some of these mods. But at the moment, most of the mods that you use in Valheim, the other players do need to install as well, even if you're playing on a private rentable server. So I will cover that in a bit more detail in the future though. Easily one of the most impressive builds I've seen. I know it's not legit. I know this would all collapse like a pack of cards if you didn't have that mod installed, but I still think it's pretty cool to see this stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think about it, and I'll be back for more mod showcases. Let me know some good ones I might want to check out. If you've got any creations, some legit ones you want me to come check out your worlds, let me know and I'll come visit them too. Until next time, Ratbags, laters.